we're excited to welcome to the studio for the first time, David Osmond. Good morning, David.
Buenos dias.
Woo!
Good morning. Good morning.
We were just serenaded by an Osmond.
There
By
you go.
the way, can we
One
take a
show a
moment?
day. One show a day. How are you guys?
We're so grateful you're here all the way from your studio in New York from WonderRama. What brings you to Los Angeles?
This is where all the cool kids hang out, right? Actually, I came out to visit my aunt, Marie Osmond. She's on CBS's The Talk, and it was her 60th birthday, and they got together with my dad and his brothers, the original Osmond brothers, celebrating 62 years, and they got together one last time to sing a song my dad wrote to celebrate Marie. And it was a family reunion. It was fantastic. It was awesome. So while I'm out here, I had to stop by and see you guys and see what's going on here.
This Osmond family sounds so familiar. Wild.
You're not old enough to know who the Osmonds are. Come on, man.
Oh, my mom is swooning. Well, we're so grateful you stopped by our studio. We know we've invited you in the past, but there was a very special reason why you weren't able to join us, and we met them on the red carpet. Let's take a look. The best dressed family on the red carpet.
So I don't know if you got my message. I couldn't come in this morning. You know why?
Why?
I'm at the Burbank Airport picking up the most beautiful women in the world. My lovely wife, Valerie, and our daughter, Saffron, whose birthday it is. We're celebrating.
Happy birthday, Saffron.
Thank you.
Actually, the gift I got for her, as we just worked it out, I think in presenting some awards, one of the awards, we're going to be able to get Saffron on stage, and she's going to open the envelope. And what is she going to say? And the Emmy goes to Adele Dazeem. No. And thank you guys for all you do. They're up every morning, 5 days a week, doing their thing.
Oh,
That's
The
awesome.
best.
right?
You have the best looking
That is
family
so
ever.
cool.
Really beautiful family.
I feel like everyone's beautiful from Utah. There's like this was in the water over there.
Well, we'd love if you wanted to share a very special message to your family this morning from Good Morning LaLa. You're welcome to. He's speechless.
He's
Oh, I'm
speechless.
sorry.
Speechless.
I thought you were talking to each other. Well, I am speechless because I get to fly back in just about 2 hours to see my family. I haven't seen them in a while. And they are my rock, my everything, my pride and my joy. And Saffron and Azalea, I have an 8-year-old daughter, and as well as a 4-year-old son, Everest.
We love it. Well, on Good Morning LaLa, we ask how you start your day. We'd love to know how you start your day with your family in Utah.
Well, it's a little bit crazy with school, and the kids go to an amazing school where they just love it. They get up themselves, and they're just ready to go. So we're making sack lunches. We're doing the carpool thing, and music is prevalent. We're always playing music and singing and dancing and starting the day off right together. We always have a family prayer together, and we celebrate the blessings that we have and are grateful for what we have. And,
that's awesome.
and I watch these kids, and they're just amazing. I learn from them more than anything. And what's cool about having kids myself, being a dad, is I feel like I'm a big 6-year-old, so I relate with them in so many ways. And then also to have part of my job to be part of a kids TV show and work with kids as well, where I get to bring my kids and be part of this really crazy show called WonderRama, which is awesome. We're on every single weekend, and it's just a party where these kids are entertaining kids, a show about kids, for kids, by kids, and I get to be kind of the big brother and watch what happens. And my kids are my barometer of, okay, what's working? Are they interested? Are they engaged? You know, when there's messy games and pies in the faces and dance groups and singing groups and cooking segments and explosions with science experiments, I see them come alive and interact with truly wonder. And it's awesome to be a part of this show business element where we can educate through entertainment. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, David. We look forward to continuing the conversation later in the show.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. It's a WonderRama Wednesday. We've got Osmond in the house.
Look at you. Boom, baby. Just one of the million.
Osmond is in the house. I mean, wow, you were singing in between the break.
I know.
We're not
When are we going to sing together, guys? Let's get a quartet going.
Let's do it.
I'm better at watching and listening.
I'm with Rob. You two can take it
I'm
away.
the worst singer ever.
What? It's just controlled yelling. That's all it is. Just control it a little bit.
You got zero control.
got this.
So we want to hear a couple things. One, we
Yeah.
want to hear about your show, WonderRama, and then we just heard that you have a 16-person band.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I grew up in the family business of music before I knew it was even a business. My dad is the oldest of this performing family that they've been singing for 62 years. So I just thought every kid's dad did show business, and so I was on tour and sang and performed. So I just love music, and that's really my foundation, is as a singer and performer. But with the kids' TV show, we've done 4 seasons where it's airing now every single weekend. 52 weeks a year. It's called WonderRama, like you mentioned, and we film in New York, and it is just like the craziest, coolest, funnest show ever because there's so much variety. And I grew up around variety shows with Donnie and Marie and my dad and everything. And we incorporate a lot of that energy, but this is kids entertaining kids. And I get to kind of be the fly on the wall, the big brother, and let them just kind of take it over with music acts and dance groups and explosions with science experiments, but a lot of messy games and prizes. And these kids, 100 kids in the audience every episode, they just go wild.
Wow.
But the cool thing about the show is it's a brand that ran back like 30 years, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And we brought it back for a new generation, and it's going very well.
So cool.
Well, you are the perfect host to lead all of this madness. Let's take a look.
Welcome to WonderRama. Let us entertain you. What's up, guys? His amazing talent landed him on Ellen.
He was a Golden Buzzer winner from America's Got Talent. Christian Martino! Over 1 billion views on YouTube. Mr. Wet and Nene.
Watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay.
It's game time on WonderRama. And doggone it, this game can get rough. It's like musical chairs, but this is high. We got some cool science gonna happen right now.
This is really dangerous. What we're gonna do?
She's worked with NASA, and guess what? She's only 14.
Man. So
What? Whoa! One of the things we love to do is find some of the best chefs in the world. It's awesome.
When I say wonder, you say Rama. Wonder, wonder. When I say wonder, you say Rama. Wonder, wonder. See you guys. Hey!
Oh my God. So I have to ask.
I have a dream job.
You do.
Did you come up with this, or how did they go, you know what, this is what we want you to do?
Yeah, I met a good buddy of mine, Chuck Armstrong, who found the brand because it was way before my time, but did
Good old
exist.
Chuck.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. But it started years ago, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and it was a staple for kids. Shot out of New York, that's why we filmed there. It's back home, and now these kids that have their own kids are introducing their kids back to the brand of WonderRama. It really was a game changer. The Jackson 5 debuted on American television on WonderRama.
Wow.
You know, Muhammad Ali would come on and fight Joe Frazier before the big fight, but they'd play marbles, you know? Or Kiss or Evel Knievel. So it's a very cool, interactive, it's an EI compliant education information. So we really try to inspire kids that they can live in wonder and never lose that sense of wonder.
How has this show, though, specifically inspired you?
Well, I'm a big 6-year-old, so I love to see kids come alive. And whether we're featuring people like, Salento will come on, Whip and Nene, but if we find like a bluegrass band of 12-year-olds out of Louisiana that nobody's ever heard of and give them a chance to showcase, and then watch these kids be inspired by the talent that comes in, but also, kids that are scientists and doing things that are incredible. I get to watch my kids, and they're my barometer about what's working, if they're tuned in and they're glued. I know this is really, really cool, and inspire them to be their best selves.
You know, one of the things I love most about you and the show is not only the infinite talent, but also the incredible energy that you always bring. Like whether it's at the Emmys or whether it's just out in the street or whether it's here, you always have this incredibly uplifting, inspiring, like positive energy.
Thanks.
Is that just the way you've always been? Is it something you've had to cultivate? I mean, where does that come from?
I appreciate that. I'm high on life, and I'm blessed beyond measure. We all have challenges. We all have struggles, and I certainly have mine. And life, it's not just rose-colored glasses. I don't just throw a smile on and put a face on. I really appreciate every step. For example, I battle with a challenge called multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed 13 years ago. And believe it or not, when I was diagnosed, I was in a wheelchair and from the chest down in a state of paralysis. And for a better part of a year, I couldn't even walk or do anything for myself. The fact that if you don't believe in miracles, you've got to believe one today, guys, because you're looking at one. And I actually have crushing, burning pain every second of the day, but I'm walking. And I drove a car in here today. And so if I'm smiling a little bigger than average because man, today's a good day.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing your truth and your story.
Thanks.
We know that you recently had a very powerful interview with Nancy Davis, who also
Yes.
struggles with multiple sclerosis.
She's amazing.
On her new show on Ever Talk Peace and Love. Let's take a look.
When I grew up, my dad had MS, primary progressive.
So
but even
you could pronounce it.
yes, I knew the name, but still the education that I needed, even once I got diagnosed, has been vastly changed in my own life. And so I hope to be able to, through what my experiences are and through what my platforms, to just let people know a little bit more about what it does, how it affects the central nervous system, how it stops people from moving.
You're very blessed, by the way, and your wife is so admirable and so wonderful because she sees the big picture and she's a good person.
She's a saint.
Not everybody is, so she gets the big award for just being so loving and kind and loving the real you.
We have our family prayers every day, and every day, my beautiful kids say, "And please bless Daddy, and help take his MS away." Man, you know, I'm turning into like.
Oh, sorry.
I get this from my dad too.
I know.
But I remember as a kid, he would kind of mentor me and encourage me. And I remember him saying, as he put his hands on my shoulders, "David, you're going to go through tough things, hard things, very difficult things in this life. But I promise you, kid, no matter what it is, you can do it."
Man, gives me
can
shivers.
do it.
Yeah.
So-
I stand on the shoulders of giants. And even being here, I was sitting down yesterday with Dr. Oz and Marie, and we were talking about the power of music and family and support. And I have a big family, but I've come to learn that through, for example, MS, as I speak around, there's millions of people fighting that. My family's a lot bigger than it ever was. And we are all connected. I believe we're all brothers and sisters, and we're all fighting a good fight. So be kind to everybody. Enjoy every moment. You never know what tomorrow's going to hold. And it sounds like a bumper sticker, sounds like a cliche, and I sound like Tony Robbins, but it's true.
Cliches become cliches for a reason.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, if I can hedge my bet by trying to put a smile on and enjoy the moment, despite what is going on behind the scenes, every neurologist has told me, whoever has the positive disposition versus the negative, no matter what the diagnosis or the challenge, they always do better. So why can't I do everything in my power to help my kids' little wish and prayer come true? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, amen.
And it makes all the difference. Yeah.
Oh, thank you
Fantastic.
for all your work, all your light. Your whole family's, brought so much light into all of our lives. So
Thank you very
amazing.
much.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Well, thanks for letting me come in.
Oh,
And if you guys come to New York, you got to come get a pie in the face.
Yes, I will. I've always wanted to slime.
Oh yeah. Well, these guys, our team down at WonderRama, they have it in spades. They know how to make a mess.
Oh, amazing. Please tell everyone where they can watch WonderRama and find and follow your journey.
It's syndicated across the country, so at different channels, different times, depending on what region you're in. So go to WonderRamaTV.com for times and locations. And also we're on Amazon Prime as well, so you can stream it. And we're all connected, so check it out online, everywhere else. Just like this platform, you can find it anywhere.
Anywhere. Thank you,
that.
David.
So much.
Stay tuned.
Anytime.
Back with more on Good Morning La La Land.